All right, for the next one, I'm just gonna go over some of the bottom ones here. These are the definitely a lot more stage, but 26. It's pretty easy. It is using the grid formula, so 10 mass at 85 kVp without a grid. Second radiograph is needed, this time 12 to 1. What mass do you need? This is an example of he throws in something extra that you don't need. You don't need 85 kVp. Cross it out. If you have extra, cross it out. That way it saves you from confusing yourself. This one's super easy. 10 mass over, let's see, no grids, that's 1. 12 to 1, that's times 5. This is your grid formula, so your mass 1 over mass 2 equals GCF1 over GCF2. If you need to write it out, definitely write it out. Yeah, so before you even get into this test, write out all the formulas you can remember and write out your prime factor chart, which is that bad boy. Do that every time. It will save you so many questions. Anyway, you just multiply 10 times 5 is 50, and this is a really easy problem. Divided by 1 will be 50. So what mass do you need? 50 mass. Same thing with question 27. Satisfactory abdominal x-rays produce 8 to 1 grid, 85 kVp, 40 mass. You don't care about kVp. What mass do you need to produce another satisfactory radiograph? Again, 40 mass, mass 1 over mass 2, GCF 1 over GCF 2. 8 to 1 is a 4, and a 12 to 1 is a 5. 5 times 40 would be 200. Divide that by 4, I think that's 50 again. It is. So that was really easy as well. 50 mass. Again, include your units. Don't forget your units. 28 and 29, we just talked about that. I'm pretty sure going from a 14 by 17 to a 10 by 12 is 0.3, and then from a 14 by 17 to 8 by 10 is 0.4. So what mass do you need? 80 kVp, 20. Again, you don't need the stupid kVp, so cross it out. 20 mass. 20 times 0.3, which would give you, okay, so let me just write this out, because this is, okay, so 20 mass times that by 0.3, because you're going 14, 17 by 10 by 12, which would give you 6. This is not your answer. 6 is not your answer. You have to then take that 6 and add it back into 20. So 20 plus 6 is 26. That is your answer. So when you write it, 26 mass. Because you have to take 30% of 20, and then you have to add it back in. It's like discounts. You have like 10% off of 50 bucks. You have to multiply it by 0.1, and then you have to take it out of that, the original price, the original cost. Same with this. 20 mass, you have to take, say, 30% or 0.3 out of it, and then you have to add it back into it. So 26 mass. So in question 29, again, kVp doesn't matter. You have 20 mass times 0.4. So 20 times 0.4 is 8. Again, that is not your answer. You then have to add it back into the 20. So 20 plus 8 is 28. 28 mass. Super easy. Just remember, add that back into the mass that you originally had. Because if you don't, you won't have the right answer. Dose and fluoro times. This was definitely where it gets lengthy, but it's actually a lot easier than you think. 50 milligrams per hour. What would be the dose if they receive 4 minutes of fluoro time? So this formula is super easy. You have your milligrams per hour. Right side you have 60 minutes, because 60 minutes makes an hour, over your new time. So time in minutes. Again, you're in minutes now, so be careful of your units. X, because you're looking for your new milligray. So super easy to set it up. 50 equals new dose 4 minutes. So we know 60 minutes is there. Time in minutes for your new one is at 4. So 50 times 4, which you should be able to do, is 200. Again, punch it in. Always punch it in. Divided by 60 would give you 3.33 repeating. So this would be, what would your dose to the patient they receive 4 minutes of fluoro? 3.33 milligrays. You don't need by hour, just milligrays. 3.33 milligrays. Don't forget your units. Next question is same as number 30. 100 milligray per hour. Would your dose be if you receive 2 minutes? So again, you set that up the same way. 100 equals 60 on top, because 60 minutes equals an hour. Your new time is 2, so it'll be 200 divided by 60. I don't know that one off the top of my head. So 200 divided by 60. Oh, same thing. 3.33 repeating. 3.33 milligrays. Again, don't forget your units. Super easy. Takes like 20 seconds to do. Next problem is a two-stepper. So as a technologist, you received a dose of 10 milligrays per hour at 3 feet. What would your dose be at 10 minutes of fluoro at 5 feet? So you're including distance. So dose and distance, that's your inverse square law. You will have to add into it. But it's super easy. So you know that one formula already, fluoro time, and you know your inverse square law. I1 over I2 equals distance 1. Sorry, distance 2 over distance 1, both squared. You just gotta slow it down. I do it fast just because I can do it fast without making mistakes. But definitely take your time with these. So first part, let's do this fluoro time. Let's do a new page, give us some more room. So 10 milligrays. Again, 60 minutes on top, that equals hour. And your new time is at 10 minutes. So 10 times 10 is 100 divided by 60. Divided by 60, which would give us 1.6. I'm not rounding, so if you round up, it would be 1.7. But 1.6, that is your intensity. So you're going from 3 feet to 5 feet. So I'm just gonna draw a line over it. We go equal. Distance 2 would be 5. Distance 1 would be 3. Square, square. So it'd be 1.6 equals 5. That's 25 over 9. So 1.6 times 9, it'd be 15 divided by 25 would give us 0.6 milligray. Yeah, so 0.6 milligray. Anyway, break that down for you again. That was a little fast. So you first do the first step is the fluoro time. So your 10 milligrays per hour, 60 minutes equals the hour. So 60, your new time is at 10. 10 times 10 is 100. Divide that by 60, 1.6. Then we're going to say stop right there because we need to do the inverse square law because, again, you have 3 feet and 5 feet. Inverse square law, I1 over I2 equal, or intensity 1 over intensity 2 equals distance 2 over distance 1 squared. So your distance 2, your second distance was 5 feet, 5 feet. So first distance was 3 feet, square it. 5 squared is 25, 3 squared is 9. Your formula should look like this now. 1.6 equal, well, let me just put an X there for y'all. X unknown, so cross multiply again. So 9 times 1.6 is 15, 25x. So 15 divided by 25 would give you 0.6. It's actually not that bad once you just work it out. But don't let that kind of thing confuse you. He might throw in some KVP or something stupid. Cross it out. You don't need KVP. Next question is just like this question. Technologist received a dose of 50 milligray at 4 feet again, inverse square law. What would your dose be at 3 minutes at fluoro time at 6 feet? So again, set up. You have 50 milligrays per hour, 60. New time is 3 minutes. So 50 times 3 equals 150 over x equals, well, sorry, 150 equals 60x because cross multiplying. 150 divided by 60 is 2.5, and an inverse square law, you go right into it. I1 over I2, don't know I2, that's what you're looking for. Your first distance was 4 feet, second distance was 6 feet. Don't forget the square, sorry. 4 squared is what, 16, 6 squared is 36. 2.5 over x, cross multiply, 16x equals 2.5 times 36 would be 90 divided by 16. And that's not correct. I messed up somewhere. Hold on. 36 times 2.5 divided by 16. How the heck did I get 1.1 on my last one? Four squared. 4 squared, 16. 6 squared, 30. What? Hold on. 50 times 3 divided by 60 is 2.5. What the heck did I do? 56, 3, 3. 150, 60, 2.5. I should have gotten 22. What the fuck? For few readers. Oh, right here. 6 squared, 4 squared. Oops, my bad, y'all. And that's what happens when you do it too fast. So 6 squared would be 36 on top, 16 on the bottom. So 2.5 times 16 would be 40 equals 36. Divided by 36. There we go. Would be 1.11. 1.11 milligray. Sorry. So just to reiterate that, it would have been, this is done correctly. It's just I messed up right here. So I'm gonna rewrite it over here. So it'd be 2.5 over x equals 6 squared over 4 squared, which would then give us 2.5 over x equals 36 over 16. Cross multiply, it would give us 40 equals 36x divided by 36 divided by 36, 1.111. Repeat. And again, milligray. Don't forget your units. Yeah, so anyway, learn from my mistakes. Inverse square law, intensity 1, intensity 2, over distance 2, over distance 1. And I'll give you that answer. So hope that helps.